Hi, this is Dale Miller coming to you with a question we often get, hopefully to explain better why our First Defense line of products are at the price point they are. We often get this question from veterinarians or producers or even distribution. So I'm going to just walk through some of the steps that are involved to produce a product, so I think you'll have a better understanding of that cost involved. It's actually a very long process. If you from start to finish would be approximately about 5 months. The first step in that process actually is to manufacture two distinctly different vaccines, and those vaccines are a really high antigen, which means they have a lot of effective power to stimulate a good immune response, and they're extremely clean so we don't deal with anaphylactic shock in those cows that we use them on. Those two vaccines then go out to dairy cows that we have contracted. They happen to all be in the state of New York. And on those farms, the only cows that can be enrolled into the process are cows that are entering their second lactation or higher. So no first calf heifers are used. And they will get a series of shots, actually 4 shots, into those cows. And the timing has to be precise. And then those cows cannot, for us to use them anyhow, they cannot calve 2 weeks prior or 2 weeks after their due date. We can't use them. So we do lose a fair amount of enrolled cows, roughly about 10%, 5% on either side. So there's a hit to our production cost as well. Those cows then are collected. Colostrum is immediately frozen and then is picked up within 1 to 2 weeks for transportation to Portland, Maine, where our plant is located. When that product then arrives, it's run through a normal, I should say not a normal, it's run through a number of different processes. Those processes include pasteurization, freeze drying, as well as concentration of the material itself to create a freeze-dried powder. So once the freeze-dried powder is actually created, we will go in and assay that powder for specific levels of the antibodies we're trying to get to produce the product. So those antibodies being specific to E. coli, to coronavirus, and to rotavirus. Once we have those assayed, then we can move on to making up the individual doses. And our doses need to meet our licensed requirement with the USDA. I should also mention that the plant itself is USDA licensed and inspected, as well as FDA licensed and inspected. Audits are ongoing, but all that is really good, because what it means that not only the process itself is under audit, but then the finished product is double checked by USDA Center of Veterinary Biologics to make sure that we are meeting those licensed required levels, as well as purity of the product. So once all that is completed, then you would actually have product that we can in turn move to the market and distribute. So hopefully that answers a lot of questions with respect to why our products are what they are. But when you're trying to perfect an immune response and provide a single dose to provide that immunity immediately, you will soon realize that's not an easy job. And we have terrific staff that make that happen every day to provide those antibodies to those calves for great, healthy calves, which is what we're all about. Thanks, and don't ever hesitate to reach out to any of the folks that are in the various territories or to our management. They're happy to talk to you any day.